Hi, Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage and the creator of 3 Day Weekend System. And I'm glad to be here each and every week to do these lives. I call them Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. And I do them for a couple of reasons. The first reason is for you to be able to look at your shop, your auto shop, from that 30,000-foot view because I find that most owners, managers, leaders are so caught up in the day to day that they don't get to do that. And it really is a competitive edge. 15 minutes a week is not a lot to be able to do just that. The second reason is for you to leave with one action item. You'll hear me say this time and time again, whether I'm on a live, you meet me in person, or I'm speaking at an industry event. The magic is in the doing. You can listen to me, you can listen to others, read a book, but you have to apply that and do it consistently. It doesn't take these massive changes, small little shifts consistently cause a ripple effect in your business. So, a common question that I get asked is, Mary Ann, who do you work with? And I work with single location auto shop owners who they've reached milestones. They contact me and they've had some successes, but now they're at the point where they want to have a life and they don't want to sacrifice the business, but they're really tired of having to go 24/7. They feel like the business is consuming them. So that's where I come in and help. So this week's topic is what alignment really looks like. And I have a commitment at the scheduled time. So I'm doing a recording, but it'll go out. So if you have any comments, I will respond to all of them afterwards. And if you find this valuable, please share it with another shop owner, manager, or leader. I find that this is a very giving and supportive group of people who are there for one another. Okay, let's get started. What alignment really looks like. I've been talking about alignment, and been talking lately with several shop owners. Most owners think alignment means that everyone is agreeing. It doesn't. Alignment isn't harmony, it's direction. So I want to reframe the way you look at this. Today, I want to talk about what alignment actually looks like inside a shop because most owners think they have alignment when what they really have is motion. Things are getting done, cars are moving, people are busy, but the shop still feels heavy. This is usually a sign of misalignment, not lack of effort. People are putting effort in, but they need direction. So let's reframe this because there's a lot of things that you'll notice. I call these signals or signals that are on the surface. Work is getting done, less arguing, fewer obvious fires being put out. People look busy and cars are moving. They're coming in, they're leaving, they're getting out, they're getting done. But those are the outcomes. That's not the alignment themselves. That's a result. Real alignment lives before any of that. That's the surface level, what I described. Real alignment looks like this. Decisions don't bounce back to you, right? Ever have that happen? You feel like all the decisions are coming towards you. The same problems don't keep resurfacing. This is one I hear a lot from owners. Your team knows what they own, what they're responsible for, right? They have really clear expectations for their role. And lastly, you're not the clearinghouse for everything. Like everything has to go through you. So if your shop still routes everything to you, that's not leadership strength. That's a clarity gap. So here's how misalignment can be really sneaky. And this happens often. On the surface, work is getting done. Customers are taken care of. Fires are being put out. So things are moving forward. But underneath, you're answering the same questions. This is frustrating. I know. You're fixing the same issues. You're going in and trying to solve those same things all the time. You're stepping into these same gaps. This is not a people problem, but a lot of owners will come to me and say that they do have a people problem in their shop. It's a clarity problem. The business is doing what it's been trained to do, exactly what it's been trained to do. Route any uncertainty to the owner, to the manager, right? That's what it's doing. The business is actually operating exactly the way it was trained to. And that's a big eye opener for a lot of owners. I remember going through this myself because I'm still a shop owner. And I remember realizing that this is what was happening. So what it actually requires, right? To be aligned. Alignment shows up when roles are clear. Everyone knows what their role is. Priorities are visual. They're visible. You can see them, right? You know what the priorities are. Everyone knows what they are. Decisions are owned, not escalated, right? Oh, let's take this to the next level. Go, let the owner take care of this. Let the manager take care of this. Decisions are owned. People are able to make decisions. Expectations don't live in your head. People know what they are. And this is where owners get uncomfortable because alignment means letting go of being the default answer, letting people own decisions. That's a big one. Letting mistakes become learning instead of rescue moments, putting on that superhero cape and going in to save the day. For owners, for leaders, this feels risky. But staying misaligned is riskier. This is where handing things off really does get uncomfortable because what your role was or is currently as an owner, and now you're shifting that role, it does feel uncomfortable. And you have to figure out what your new role is. This is something that I talk to owners about often. So each week I give you an action item and a pro thinking tip. So your action item for this week is one action item. Write down one decision you've answered this week that someone else should have owned. So you made that decision and someone else should have owned it. Not 10, not everything that happened this week, just one, because that is an alignment gap. And repairing one gap will reduce more weight than working harder ever will. And I want to leave you with a pro thinking tip. If this is helping you see where alignment is breaking down, that's clarity doing its job. So alignment isn't agreement, it's direction. And when direction is clear, the shop stops pulling you into everything. So that's it for this week's Auto Shop Success in 15 minutes. I'm glad you're here on the replay. If you have any comments, please put them in the chat. I will respond to all of them. And have an enjoyable week.